Hey guys, I got these new wheels from betterskateboarding.com and figured I'd do a little review for you. These wheels are 54 millimeters. They make them down to 49. I sent along this little note saying that they're around 101 to 103A, and it's not exact because that's off the scale and how hard it is. And I've had experiences with hard wheels before, and they've never really worked out well for me, but their site makes some really interesting claims about these wheels, so I figured I'd give them a try. And my first impressions when I put them on, which was very difficult, by the way, something else they said in here is that they don't have mold release, which means that putting bearings in there is really difficult. But once I got them in there, my first impressions were that they slid very well. I've never had a wheel that would let me do tricks where you land at 90 and slide them out. At least in my driveway. I could do them, at like a skate park or something. But at my driveway, which is really rough, that has never worked. I've had one set of wheels where I could slide tricks out, but they would also slide when I didn't want them to. Like if I landed a trick and I started to turn forward a little bit, like my body was still going, I'd land and the wheels would just slide on the ground forward. So that was really frustrating. I didn't like those wheels too much at all. But these, they only slide when I want them to. It's like it takes something to start them sliding, but once they start, they slide really easily. So like if you're doing like a backside flip and you land, you just give it a push and then it'll just slide right out. But if you don't give it a push, it'll land like any other wheel. So that's a really good thing. That really helps me out with stuff like that. And their site says that they're 52% better than Spitfire wheels for flat spotting, and they have a unique chemical process. And I've never had Spitfires, so I don't really know how to judge that claim, but I've been skating them for 2 weeks, pretty much non-stop, and the wheels are almost flawless still. If I spin them, they don't sort of waver like they're misshapen, nothing like that. The only thing that happened is, I'm not sure exactly how this happened. I must have hit a rock or something, and the wheel sort of peeled up. Like there was this little piece of the wheel that just came out, and it was like a flap just hanging there. And right before I started filming this, I tried to find it, and it's gone. It was on this wheel right here. I can still see where it was, but it's like that piece fell back in and then sort of got smashed back into place. I've never had that happen before. It's really weird. It's like the wheel healed itself. But no flat spots or anything so far. And I'd like to show you, I'll try to get a shot of this later. This is a Ricta that I bought. And one of my favorite grinds is a crooked grind. And with that, you've always got this wheel, the toe side of the nose, that sort of butts up against the coping, at an angle like that. And with my Rictas, it would dig like trenches into the side of my wheel. And you could probably even see it from here. There's this giant hole right here where I must have done 2 in the exact same spot, and there are all these nicks all along it. And this wheel doesn't even roll anymore. This gash is so big that if I started to lean to the toe side, once that part hit the ground, it'd just throw me right off. And they didn't last very long. It was only a few weeks, and aside from that, there's like this giant gash in here, and it's coned. And I mean, this wheel looks really old, but I must have skated it maybe a month. So I looked up prices for Rictas just before I started, and this wheel probably cost about 25 bucks. I don't remember, it's been a little while. But these these wheels are 20 bucks. They come in white, black, and they have like a it's half black, half white, and it's got their little B logo and the size on it. I just went with the white ones because I don't really care how they look. And I've got to say, these wheels, they perform like an upgrade wheel, like this Richta. I mean, if you buy a complete online, you know, it comes with the base price, and you can upgrade different parts. Well, this was an upgrade wheel. This isn't like a standard wheel. This was like the next level of wheel. And these wheels compare nicely with these upgrade wheels, but they only cost 20 bucks. So that's a good deal, and I'm probably going to buy more. I haven't found any wheels that I actually care about. You know, so far it's just been wheels a wheel, aside from Richtas, which I have disliked. But these, you know, they slide out so much nicer for me. They work well on rough ground, which is a pretty big deal. So they compete nicely with these more expensive wheels. But the only problem is that so far you can only get them on their site. So if you're buying a new board somewhere, you can't just add their wheels. You have to go to their site and buy them separately. But it's still worth it for sure. They're really good wheels. If you have a rough surface like mine, definitely check these out. And even if not, I've always heard that hard wheels work better on smooth surfaces. So I haven't got a chance to try that because I don't know where any smooth surfaces are. But if that's true, then these would just be incredible. So head down to their site. I'll have a link in the description, and check them out. They're definitely worth it.